Welcome back to another episode of Rockstar Reacts. It's your host, Rockstar 2800, the most hated, the most opinionated, the most underrated. You know the truth. Like, comment, subscribe right now to this channel if you haven't already. Become a member. Turn on your notifications. Tap that bell. Smash that like button. Follow Smut Free TV on Instagram and TikTok. Hop in them comments. Why? Because every comment counts. And you know we got the hottest content in these internet streets. No cap. All right, man. Let's get into it. Trap Lord Ross says he pulled up to Ant Jefe's court date. So he's giving us an update, man. You know, Trap Lord Ross, infamous for studying people cases. You know what I'm saying? He just went to Dirk case the other day. Lil Durk's court date. He just went to that the other day. You know, gave us an update as soon as he walked up out of there. You know, so let's see what he has to say about Ant Jefe and what's going on in his current state right now. You know what I'm saying? So if you tuned in right now, give it a thumbs up. Let's go. You locked in. The Rockstar Reacts on Smut Free TV.
Hey, you touched on this briefly. I want you to see if you can maybe expound on it a little bit more. You said that you seen Ant Jefe today. What updates can you give us to bro?
Yeah, I saw Ant Jefe in court today, man. I think he looked a bit surprised to see me there, but I popped up for his hearing. It seemed like, I would say it's maybe headed in a positive direction.
Red flag. Red flag. As soon as he starts off. Yeah, I seen that Hefe. He looked a little bit surprised to see me. Surprised me, not too happy, in my opinion. Yeah, let's rewind that real quick. Just watch how he says that though. You know what I'm saying? Let's go.
You said that you seen Ant Jefe today. What updates can you give us to bro?
Yeah, I saw Ant Jefe in court today, man. I think he looked a bit surprised to see me there, but I popped up for his hearing. It seemed like, I would say it's maybe headed in a positive direction. So they basically said that there's some new evidence. It sounds like some digital evidence, video, photo. I'm not 100% sure. They didn't say what it was, but they said that he's requesting to have a laptop brought to him, I guess in his cell or, you know, at where he's being held at, so that he can actually review some of that footage with his lawyer. He was there with his lawyer. He was there with his co-defendant, him and his Cody. They had their own separate lawyers, but they were appearing together. It didn't seem like there was animosity between them, but it was like they each had their own lawyer over their shoulder dealing with the situation. So I don't know exactly what that means, but the other aspect that was interesting is they set another hearing for August the 6th, and they actually said that hearing, they're going to cover a couple of things, including following up with the application for bail. They're trying to get the bail, I believe, for Ant lowered, and the judge said, I'll hear your argument for lowering the bail, but be warned, because this is such a serious charge of murder, I could actually make the decision to say, actually, no bail at all. So he got an opportunity on August 6th to make his argument for bail. He's going to be able to review that evidence. Hopefully that works in his favor.
That's good news.
That was the latest update.
Okay.
But, you know,
like
he's...
Okay, that's not a bad update. You know what I'm saying? That's a good update. Yeah. August 6th, you know, go back to court. He can argue for bail. In my opinion, look, Judge, I'm not going nowhere. I'm gonna stay in this house and I'm gonna do reactions all day on YouTube, Judge. Your Honor, just let me get out, please. I'm going straight to my house. Let me set up my computer, and that's all I need, Your Honor. And let me do my content, and I'll stay out of trouble.
He seemed in good spirits. He didn't seem down or anything. He seemed like very serious, taking it very serious, really locked in, paying attention to what was going on. So, man, hopefully we get some good results for Ant coming soon, man.
Yeah, hopefully.
I mean, like the fact that there's a prospect for bail and
that'd be
a very good chance. And I mean, per my understanding, I don't know, like most people are going to have their own lawyer, especially on like a case of this severity, regardless. Sometimes it could be at times even like considered a conflict.
Exactly.
They're
yeah.
both being
the deals are conflicting, and then you're
Yeah.
agreeing to terms that compromise your other client, all that type of stuff.
and that's not, you can't give somebody preferential treatment over the other, like just on some basic ethics of, I'm not going to say, I don't know what the proper,
I think that really
the
is. It's like
protocol
the ethics of being an attorney, whatever.
what's it called? Jurisprudence, whatever, right?
Yeah.
So.
Whatever Latin words.
Yeah, whatever. I'm probably using it out of context, but regardless, I'm just saying, like, I don't think that that doesn't, in case anybody's gonna like cling to that doesn't indicate that there is a conflict, as you did say yourself.
Yeah, a lot of people have said different things, but I'll be waiting for an update. Hopefully I'll attend more dates. I've been going to the courthouse a lot recently. I've been at the David trial on my second channel. I know Brick Baby's got a hearing coming up. I was going to attend his hearing last month, got delayed, I believe, at the end of this month. He's having a hearing. Obviously, he's got this situation with this plea, and it's maybe not worked out the way that he wanted it to. He's trying to kind of make a maneuver with that. So I'm hoping to keep the No Jumper community updated on any hosts that get put on the bench. I'm gonna follow up. I'm gonna find out what's going on in the court. I see Ant.
That's amazing.
Yeah, that's
actually,
fine.
Has that given
that's incredible.
Has that given you like a different perspective about like the legal system, like being like face to face and seeing how it goes down?
For sure, man. If anything, it's like, when I first went to the David trial, that was the first American trial I'd been to, and it was just surreal to me. All this stuff I've heard about David and his crimes and the crazy just seeing him get brought into the court in his shackles, it was just this crazy moment. It felt like everyone in the courtroom for his first court date was like, whoa, that's really him.
Yeah.
He really here in shackles, facing these charges. He was out for months.
Oh, that's
finally,
Jeffrey Dahmer. He's right in
this
front of us.
generation, it's the most heinous crime a celebrity in Hollywood's arguably ever committed.
History?
Arguably worse than OJ as far as like the victim being so innocent. But
no, it's worse.
Right.
yeah, I would say worse, a minor.
It's worse.
But like, it's definitely made me really respect the American justice system, because when I was getting into it, I was like, oh, can I actually get into the trial? Like, is it going to be easy? Are they going to let me in? I'm not from here. I wasn't born here. But as I've learned more about it, it's like, it's your right as a citizen, but also as somebody in America, to follow the transparent, open system of justice. They can't hide that in secret. They can't say, we're having an Ant Jefe hearing and no one can come in here.
They said no red coats allowed.
Right? Like, it's like,
Show us your papers.
It's your right. It's your right to just go and find out what's going on with justice. They can't sweep it under the rug. And if anything, I have like so much respect for the American system. Not all countries are like that. There's a lot of closed door things that go on in England. Some trials don't take place without even a jury.
That's what I was going to say.
Really?
What's the primary? What's the
Damn.
primary difference in your observation between the American and British justice system?
I mean,
Yeah, so I always find Traveler Ross real interesting, right? Because he definitely does his research, his homework. Now, he's covering the David trial. Whew, this is crazy work. David, if you don't know, the girl that got found, the body that got found in the Tesla, on the street in LA, outside of his home. David is a singer, wasn't brought up on charges for months. Finally got charged. Been in jail ever since. Traveler Ross says he shows up to his court date. Sees him in shackles. Not only that, he's at Dirk's. He's at Hefe's. He said Brick Baby is coming up. I mean, this guy is really putting in the footwork. You know what I'm saying? The groundwork. Yeah, we're gonna get into it more, but I just found that interesting. Like, why is he so curious about this? Let's go.
the English justice system's way more formal. So, like, I'll give some context. When I was like 17, 18, I wanted to be a lawyer. And I started going to criminal cases in the UK because you can observe in certain levels of court. And I've been to like observing like murder cases, R-word cases, like some real gruesome stuff. But there's a lot of stuff depending on the severity of the crime. Some crimes you might not get a jury and it will be decided by a magistrate, which is like three sort of like judges, but they're not judge level, like three very legally educated people from the community. And it's like you'll hear your case in front of these three magistrates and they're just going to decide like guilty.
So they're like the judge, jury,
literally, right? Yeah. And then it's like in the UK, you be getting people locked up for tweets and all type of shit. So it's like, I really respect the American justice system. You have the right to a fair trial, for it to be public, a speedy trial, a jury of 12 of your peers. I'm like, this type of shit is why America's
If
great.
it's carried out that way, which sometimes it isn't, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, for sure, compared to other countries.
Yeah, no, I really respect it, man. And it's been humbling to see those situations. Also, I've seen other people waiting for certain cases. I see other people getting their hearings, and it kind of makes you realize, like, damn, that shit. I'm gonna abide by the law. I don't want to be in the orange jumpsuit talking with my lawyer trying to find out how I'm gonna get bail.
Behest of some other people.
Yeah, man. But
Man, you ain't gotta worry about nothing about that, white boy. You know what I'm saying? Just keep on investigating and researching. You know what I'm saying? That's all you gotta do.
free up all the no jumper hosts, man.
Free the guys.
So basically, like, yeah, free the guys 1,000%, but it's far more like stricter. Like, everything seems more severe. Would you say, like, dealing with the English court?
Yeah, I mean, it's super formal as well. A lot of it's based on royalty. So it's like, all of the top lawyers, they're called, like, they used to be called Queen's Counsel, but then she died. So now it's the King's Counsel. It's like they're sort of the King's Counsel, like they're retained by the King. It's like they wear wigs. It's
I was
so
gonna say
formal.
they gotta have them drawings on. Huh?
Yeah, literally, they got to wear the wigs. Like, I worked, I like interned for a really high level lawyer in the UK for a period when I was 18, when I wanted to go into law, and it was so serious. Like, bro, if I did anything wrong, I was admonished. There was a whole thing. She would, like, wheeled around a case with her wig in it. It was like, where's the wig? One time, like, I went to the wrong room. I went missing with the wig. It was a disaster. So it's mad formal. It's mad, like, old school Victorian. And the way I feel like people talk more informal, it's way easy to understand what's going on in the American courts, whereas in the UK, they'd be talking some of that old-timey English.
It's like some Shakespeare shit.
So formal. And also, as well, I guess in some courts here, they do the thing where it's like all rise, but in the LA court, you ain't got to rise for the judge. You ain't got to stand up. But in the UK,
They
like,
still say it though, right?
nah.
Oh, they don't even say it no more?
They're just like, you're in the presence of the judge. She kind of takes command of the courtroom, but, like, you don't have to rise. Whereas in the UK, it's mad formal. If you don't stand at the right time, you're in trouble. They might throw you out. So.
Yeah, so that all rise stuff, that's just some movie stuff, obviously. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe some back in the day stuff. They just, it's 2026, man. Everybody doing stuff different now. But what y'all think, man? Do y'all think Traveler Ross should stop going to these court dates, man? I mean, of course, it's good content for him. Of course, it's content, dollar signs when it comes to the content. But what makes him validated to even be in these courtrooms, to even be for these people? I mean, a lot of people looking like him, oh, he's not a street guy. This is media. This is what media does. This is what journalists do. Yeah, but I don't think a lot of people gonna like what he's on, like being from the UK, from a whole. I mean, listen, people get mad at people in their backyard for doing this stuff. So I could just imagine a person from UK, out of towner, coming through, you know what I'm saying, snooping around. And that's what it be looking like. It just be looking like, y'all want to display this and put it on the front line for more people to look into it or something. Like, unfortunately, I left that life. I'm not part of that life like that. So it's really nothing to look into me about. But for these street guys that's really hopping on the internet, fresh out the streets and still in the streets, man, be weary, man. Because, once you get put on full blast, there's no turning back, right? And these are one of them people that shed light and highlight, a person in such a light, right? But with that being said, man, y'all let me know right now in the comments what y'all think about this video. Give it a thumbs up. Like, comment, subscribe to this channel. If you haven't already, become a member. Turn on your notifications. Tap that bell. Smash that like button. Follow Smut Free TV on Instagram and TikTok. Hop in them comments. Why? Because every comment counts. And we got the hottest content in these internet streets. No cap. Stay tuned for more Rockstar Reacts right here on Smut Free TV.